Hello, Focos, and welcome to this episode 73 of the Chris Hunter Comedy Podcast with me, Chris Hunter. Hello, folks. How you doing? Are you well? You had a good week, I bet. I bet you've had a bloody good week, haven't you? Because it's not been too bad. It's not been too bad at all. It is the 17th of September, 2019 already. I don't know how, but that is the date indeed. As usual this week, folks, I went for my gorgeous burger. My burger that I am not sponsored by, but I do love. Cafe at the End of the Universe in Warrington. You guys should all go there right now. Put down what you're doing, pause the podcast, get off your arse and go to Warrington. Get yourself a burger. Today, this week's one was called, it was a Friday 13th burger because it was Friday the 13th on Friday, folks, just so you know. And it was called the Camp Crystal Lake. It was a double beef patty, smoked bacon, American cheese, seasoned waffle fries. No, I did not stutter. Waffle fries. Baked beans, ranch dressing and spicy ketchup. All topped off with a toasted marshmallow on top because it's a camp theme in it. And it was, spectacularly tasty. Super good stuff. And also normally I normally get like the cheesecake of the week or the pie of the week or whatever they do in the dessert shop, Dark Side of the Spoon. But this week I just felt like a sundae. You know, sometimes you just feel like a sundae. So that's what I got. I got myself, which one did I get now? I can't even remember what it was called, but it was tasty. It was delicious. And Charlie got herself the caramel apple pie, which was the pie of the week. It was a special. And she said it was amazing. Oh, my phone is buzzing. I apologise for that, folks. By the way, sorry if I'm slightly distracted this episode. I'm currently watching my brother Jack live right now playing table tennis in Switzerland or Sweden or one of those places where he plays. So he's playing right now. So if every now and again I seem to just trail off, that's why. He's currently, it's currently 2-2. So I think this next round claims it and he's in the quarterfinal. So good luck to him. Right, so what did I do last week? Oh yes, folks, I was banging on last week for a while about Bill Burr's new special being out called Paper Tiger. And I was speaking to you guys first because I'm that good of a host. I will speak to you folks before I watch my favourite comedian's brand new comedy special. You are so welcome. So that's what happened. I watched it. Wait, hang on a minute. Oh, I just goofed up my phone. Wait. The stream's just finished. Alright, anyway, what was I saying? I'm so confused now. Right, okay, Jack's going to be turned off because the stream just died. Oh, man, I was getting exciting. Anyway, yes, so last week I watched Paper Tiger by Bill Burr. It was filmed live at the Royal Albert Hall. It was exceptionally good. It was phenomenally good. It is hands down Bill's best work to date. And trust me, folks, he's got some bloody good work to date. So that guy knows entirely what he's doing. He had an amazing crowd, which is lucky. He did a great job. And I think it's nice to see comedy happening in, in what's it called? The Royal Albert Hall. It's nice to see because you don't often see comedy in such a prestigious venue, you know? It's kind of a weird venue to have comedy in, admittedly. Excuse me. It's a weird venue because it's mostly for, music and stuff. But this time it was the almighty Mr. Mr. Orange himself. Mr. Orange, Mr. Bill. But it was great. I enjoyed it. You guys should definitely watch it. I also forgot to talk last week about the fact that I'd watched It Part 1 and It Part 2 in a double bill feature at the cinema. And that was brilliant fun because normally I'm not super into horror films, but It I really liked. For some reason, the character Pennywise really caught me. It just caught me, you know. It enticed me to want to see more of the film. So when they said they were doing the chapter 2, I was a happy chappy, you know. And then when they said Bill Hader's going to be in it, I was like, bitch, sign me up. Because I love Bill Hader. He's one of the favourite people in the world right now. Also, I noticed, right, little thing here. It was a double bill of It, but It Chapter 2 is also a double bill because Bill Hader is in it and Bill Skarsgård is in it. So, you know, double bill. Ooh, is that an alarm? Excuse that alarm, folks. It's not mine. I don't know whose it is. Fuck him. So yeah, it's been busy this week. I finally, after saying I'd do it for ages, I finally went back to the gym. That's right, old Tubby Tits himself made his way back to the gym, huffing and puffing. And in fact, I'm going after this to the gym. So you folks better be prepared to hear about all the gains next week, because they're going to be sick gains. I'm going to be gaining. I'm going to be gaining. That's what's going to be happening. There's going to be gains left, right, and goddamn centre. Now, I went back. I went on the elliptical, the cross trainer thing. I went on that, and then I did a bit of running the next time. And my heart rate was at the highest it's ever been at, I think. Now, I think it's either at the highest it's ever been, or I now have a watch that tells me what the heart rate is. And I've just never noticed it be so extreme before. But my heart rate went up to 180. which was spectacular. I was quite happy with that because normally, like, you know the way on the gym machines, you might not have seen them, but they have little stickers on the bottom where it has an age bracket and then it has like a green, a yellow, and a red zone. Now the green is like, just about getting a bit excited. Yellow is like, okay, you're working a bit harder now. And red is like high intensity. That's where you start burning the fat. That's where you start doing all the good work. I didn't know that. I always thought red was don't go in the zone because it's red. You know what I mean? Like, it's like danger. We're trained our whole lives to avoid red. We're trained that red means this is dangerous. Don't do it. So my whole time in the gym in the past, whenever I've gone before, I've been trying to avoid going into the red zone. So now I know that's stoop. I now need to aim for the red zone. Don't go above the red zone. You don't want to die. But the red zone is good for shifting fat and stuff. And that's where I'm going straight after recording this. I've just had my tea. Now I'm going to do this. Hopefully that'll give my tea enough time to settle and not leave me feeling sick as a dog in the gym. And yeah, it's going to be good. You guys are going to hear all the reports of my fantastic achievements in the gym. I also, this week, a very, very exciting life event. I ordered my wedding rings. It is official now. It is scarily official. I ordered the ring I've always wanted, or one of the rings I've always wanted. Should I tell you? Yeah, I'll tell you folks about it. I've ordered a ring off a guy on Etsy called Robert W. Bruce. If you want a ring that's kind of special, go see this guy, right? His rings, the one that we're getting, is made of meteorite and raptor bone. That's right, meteorite from space and raptor bone from a dinosaur in the dirt. And I'm so excited for that because I love space, I love dinosaurs, I have done forever, and it's so cool. And this guy, he has certificates of authentication and all that kind of stuff with information about the dig sites and the sample. So it's meant to be all official, all legit, and I hope it is. I do trust him. There's a lot of people on Etsy who sell things like this, but he was the first and the original and the most authentic. So I'm excited about that. It's gonna be a good old time. And when they arrive in 12 to 16 weeks, I'm sure I'll be sharing an image on the old Instagram to show you lovely folks. Sorry, I've just making noises here. I've got to charge my phone, innit? Because my phone is running out. And what am I going to do if I can't... God damn it, what are the words I'm looking for? If I can't use my music in the gym, how am I going to survive, eh? How's it going to work? I don't know how it's going to work. So, yeah, that's that. The ring is going to arrive all nice and shiny. Now, they didn't do the same ring in Charlie's size, like as in the bridal size. So they have like thick ones for the groom and thinner ones for the brides. And because of the pattern, there's like a zigzag in the middle. It's like blue for the meteorite on mine. But they couldn't get the zigzag in such a thin ring for Charlie. So what they're going to do instead, I made a little mock-up on the computer of like a two-band, a two-colour band on the ring. And so they're going to make that for her. And he said, yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. That's going to be sorted. And so he's even going to use the same samples for colour from both of them so that the colours match and stuff. And I thought that was really cool. So I'm excited about that. It's feeling really real, and I'm super excited to be married. I know it's weird to say. A lot of people don't sort of feel that way. A lot of people just get married because that's what they feel they should do. But I'm getting married because I can't imagine a better person to be with for the rest of my life. It makes me happy, genuinely happy. I'm marrying my best friend. And that is what you should aim to do in life, folks. If you're going to marry anybody, make sure you get along. Don't marry somebody who you have to not see 5 days of the week, you know what I mean? Surely that ain't going to work in the long run. At some point, you both got to retire. Now, we also, this week, got a camera. We got a little camera, an action camera, which we weren't expecting to get. We've been keeping an eye out on this brand called DJI Osmo, who I can't speak English today. They do a really little camera that I think I told you about a couple of weeks ago. It's a tiny thing called the Osmo Pocket, and it's like a little teeny tiny camera on a stick, and it's got a gimbal, so it's completely stable. And it's good for for filming things in restaurants and stuff, or where you have to be covert, places where you're not allowed to film or whatever. So we've been keeping an eye on the price of that, so it goes down because we want to get one at some point. But then, whilst keeping an eye on that, the Osmo Action, which is their version of like a GoPro, went on sale. And Charlie was like, "Oh, is this a good price?" I was like, "Yes, buy. Even if it's a bit expensive right now, we'll make it work because this will cost a lot in the future. So now get it at the price it is." So I was made up, we got it, and I've been doing some test shots today at work, and it looks like it's going to be great. I'm really, really looking forward to using it, getting some more footage, getting some practice in before we go to Japan. And then when we're in Japan, we'll be able to use it to get cool footage of the restaurants and go around Disney, go around the mountains. Oh, it's going to be so good. I can't wait to show you guys all the awesome things that's there. It's like, you can't describe the feeling of being in Japan unless you're there. You know what I mean? Like, I was trying to describe it to my brother before he went. And, obviously he understood. But at the same time, it wasn't until he'd been that he was like, I totally get what you mean now. It's an amazing place. And it really is. So I'm excited to show you guys all that stuff. And speaking of Japan stuff and whatnot, the friends that we went to Japan with the first time, we haven't seen them for ages because we've all been busy. We've just all got really busy lives at the moment. He's been off making his own tattoo studio, which is phenomenally good, by the way. If you ever need tattoos, go to Black Waltz in Liverpool. They are hands down the best artists for miles and miles and miles around. They've both been super busy, so we've not had a chance to catch up until recently. And we caught up on Sunday, I believe. And it was so nice to see them again. It was so, so nice. And we went to a place called Tokyo Noodle Bar on Berry Street in Liverpool. And we went in there and it looked kind of nice, but then I thought, I'm not expecting loads from the food. I don't know why, but sometimes you just get that vibe from a place. And then I ordered the Tokyo pork ramen, and it arrived, and oh, it was good. Oh my God. I definitely had a case of the itis after it, but it was so tasty. And so I'm happy to have had it. I'm happy that somewhere like that exists in Liverpool where you can just go and you can get really nice Japanese food. It wasn't even that expensive either, which is good, because sometimes I think people can try and exploit different kinds of food, to try and make you pay more for it, because it's not something you can get every day. But this place didn't overcharge. They did over-deliver. It was delicious. My friends got some tofu stuff and other bits and bobs, and it all looked amazing. And everything was just great about that place. So I'm definitely going to go back there in the future. And I made sure to take my mate's toy with me. When we went to Japan last time, we didn't go with them. We went at a different time. And I was thinking, I need to get them a little something. Just a little something knocking about, the gacha machines, the little egg machines where you put your money in, you turn it, and it drops a little egg down. Well, they have them all over Tokyo, especially in Akihabara, where we normally stay. And so I thought I need to find the weirdest one that I can for my friend. So I was looking the whole 2 weeks. I was like, no, that's not quite weird enough. And then I'd find some, and I'm like, you know what? If I can't find anything more weird than this, then I'll come back to this one. This one can be the weirdest one I've found. But eventually, later on, I found what was the weirdest toy I could find that time. And I liked it so much I bought 2 of them. Now, because these are just in a ball, you don't know which one you're going to get. They're normally a series of like 6 to 8 different things, and you don't know what's going to be in it until you open it. And so I bought 2, one for him, one for me. And before we left for their house on Sunday, I said to Charlie, I'm going to open mine now. I want the polar bear. Now, I'm going to explain that sentence to you in a second. The reason I said I want the polar bear is because this toy collection is a small collection of animals. Like, I think it's a polar bear, a gorilla, there's like a little hog, there's a mouse of some kind, and there's like a red panda. I think that's all of them. They are all stood at a urinal weeing side by side. It's quite a nice little scene. Had it not been for last week's story, it'd be a nicer scene. But you know what I mean. It's a nice little scene. And it just made me laugh. Like, why does this exist? And the fact that it does exist, means that I need to own it. So I bought it and I said to Charlie, I want the polar bear. And I opened my egg and boom! It was the polar bear. So I was made up about that because I got exactly the one I wanted. And he now sits happily on my desk at work. And I gave my friend his one when we got to theirs. And he was like, oh, it better be the red panda. And he opened it. Boom! Red panda. So everyone was happy. And I can't believe that the odds of that happening are so crazy. But it actually did happen. And now when we were at my friend's, me and him went to acquire some snacks and nibbles and such from the Chinese supermarket whilst the ladies had a chat and played games and whatnot. I don't know. What do the ladies do when the guys aren't around? Was it, let's see. How can we get sexist like 1800s sexist? Was it tapestry? Did you do some tapestry and speak over coffee of the news? I don't know. Were women allowed to read in the 1800s? I can't remember. Anyway, we went to a Chinese supermarket and we bought some bits and bobs, and I bought a couple of cooking ingredients that I've been looking for, and it was a good little place. But my friend introduced me to something I've never had before. Now, I've had steam buns before. You know, Asian steam buns. They're really nice. They're kind of like, it's kind of like a dumpling but made of bread, and like it's steamed, and it's got the consistency of like a marshmallow without the flavour. So the middle is what the flavour is. The outside hasn't really got one. It's a bit doughy, not much flavour. Now he said, have you ever tried Phoenix buns? It's like, no, I've never tried a Phoenix bun, but that sounds bloody good. He said, oh, you need to try this. So he got some and we had them and they were delicious. It's basically a steam bun with like a slightly savoury custard in the middle. And it was so nice. It tasted like there's an Asian bakery I go to in Manchester called Ho's Bakery. And they do like how to describe this now? It's like a nice baked good with custard in the middle. But the custard's got kind of like coconut bits in it. So it's kind of gritty. But it sounds gross, but it's actually really nice. But this stuff tasted like that, except it was warm and gooey and smooth and nom nom nom. Oh, I want more of them. I'm definitely going to be getting some Phoenix buns in the future. Definitely going to be doing that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to excuse me. I'm looking forward to getting some more of them in the future. Hang on a second. I think Jack's match has just finished. Let's see who we did. Quarterfinal world champ fights back 2-0 down to beat Jack 11-6 in the 5th round. Oh, God. Well, it was close, though. He couldn't get closer than that. 11-6 in the 5th round. That means he really fought. And it's the world champion. So, good on you, matey. Well done for trying. You almost did it. Next time, you will. No hard feelings from anybody here. Isn't that right, folks? Everybody, tweets of support at JackHSTT on Twitter. You know what to do. He is the strongest fighter I've ever seen when it comes to tournaments and trying to self-improve. He gets it. He really does. He used to have this issue where if he was starting to lose a match, what we call tilt. I don't know if they call it that in other things, but in video games we call it tilting, where you start to lose and you kind of just spiral because you can't get out your own head about losing. I think he used to have that issue when he lost a couple of points. He'd start to sort of spiral into it. Let it get to him. But recently, I think he's been really good against fighting that. So, I mean, I was watching the match on the stream and he was doing a great job. Really, really great job. And then the stream just cut out, excuse me, the stream just cut out the most important parts right at the end. So I'm sorry, matey, I wasn't watching the very end. I wish I was, but I'm, excuse me, I'm all cloggy because I've just been eating my tea and I've come straight here to talk for ages. And it doesn't really work that way. But yeah, I'm super proud of you, matey. Keep it up. You will get him next time. Don't worry about it. There's no shame whatsoever in losing to somebody like that. You put up a good fight. Now, oh, God, I'm so out of breath. Have I been speaking really quickly today? Sometimes I do that. I apologise. I feel like I'm in a rush because I need to go to the gym and stuff. Yeah, speaking of rushes, this isn't even related. But just before starting the podcast, Charlie managed to get us some reservations for when we're in Disney to go to the new Star Wars Cantina place, Olga's Canteen, on my birthday. Yay! So I'm so excited. I'm going to spend my 32nd birthday having a jelly bubble drink thing in a spaceport bar on a Star Wars planet. So I couldn't ask for a much cooler birthday, really. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. It's going to be brilliant. And also, we're talking about wedding stuff recently. We were speaking to a friend at the cake place, trying to sort out, the dark side of the spoon where we go for get our stuff. One of the ladies there cook really, really nice cakes, and we were saying, hey, could we maybe do a little something? And Charlie was like, what do you want to get as a cake topper? And honestly, I forgot cake toppers exist. She's like, I don't know. What do you want? And she suggested we get a Mr. and Mrs. Snorlax. And I was like, that's a perfect thingy. It's mean, but it's perfect. It's just two tubbies chilling out and lying around the place. So that makes sense to me. But hopefully by then, we're going to be less tubby because we're working our best to get wedding ready, as it were. Wedding and holiday ready. Because you don't want to be walking around Disney World feeling knackered all the time because you're a big tubster. You know what I mean? So that's not going to happen. We're going to be walking around fit as a fiddle. And I'm looking forward to that. Now, folks, it has come to the time of the podcast. One of the new segments, we're going to look at this day trivia time. We're going to look at some trivia. What happened on this day from past years? Now let's have a look. I've not looked at these yet, but let's have a quick look. Normally I have them ready, but I didn't get it ready this time. Let's see. The first Black Miss America, 1983. Bravo, Vanessa Williams. MASH. Oh, I love MASH. MASH aired September 17th, 1972. Apparently it was almost cancelled because it had poor initial ratings. However, it grew in popularity. Yay. Let's see what else happened. Lord of the Flies was published. Come on, I want funny stuff. Washington's farewell address. Not funny. I want funny things. Salem Witch Trials. That is not funny. Oh, God. Oh, wait. 80-year-old Giles Corey is pressed to death for refusing to enter a plea of guilt or innocence to charges of witchcraft. Pressed to death. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, God, yeah, there's a little drawing of it. They put him in between two planks and then just kept putting rocks on the planks. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough, Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. What else happened? Steve Jobs became the chairman of Apple. Okay, I think we're done with this segment today. There's nothing interesting happened on this day, really. Let's see, who died? Anybody interested in die? Sometimes the deaths have something important, you know what I mean? Oh no, Aunt Jemima. Aunt Jemima. You know the woman who's on the Aunt Jemima's maple syrup pot, or whatever it's called? She was born September 17th, 1903. There you go. Anyway, let's move on from this segment because it's boring this week, folks. There's nothing special on it. But you know what? You don't know till you try. Oh, God. Thumbs up, thumbs down. This week's thumbs up. Phoenix buns. Try them all. Everybody, try them. They're delicious. Go to your nearest Chinese supermarket. Say, "Hoi, where's your bloody Phoenix buns?" And they'll say, "Oi, bitch, it's in a freezer at the back." And that's what you do. You go and get them from the freezer at the back. Because, trust me, if you've got a steamer or like a rice cooker or something, totally worth doing. And then thumbs down for this week. Thumbs down is to the streaming service that I was watching Jack's match on, ITTF on YouTube. Dudes, what the fuck? I was enjoying the match and then it's gone. So thank you very much, you assholes. It's not their fault. I'm sure there's somebody tripped over a cable. You know how it is, folks. It always happens. You're trying to get shit done. Somebody comes in and messes it all up. Anyway, folks, that is it for me this week. If you want to get in touch or you got any questions or you want to give me some sort of abuse or advice or whatever you want, you can reach me on all the social medias. I'm Chris Hunter Comedy on Facebook, on Instagram and YouTube, and on Twitter I'm at ChrisHunterCom, which is short for comedy. So, thanks a lot for listening, folks. If you like what you've heard, please do me a favour and tell a friend, or subscribe, or rate on iTunes, or whatever you listen to your podcast on. I would deeply, deeply appreciate it. So, thanks a lot for listening, folks. I will see all you beautiful barstools next week. Bye-bye now.